Hello, our future pharmacists, pharmacy technicians, and pharmacy assistants. Welcome back to Bamane Pharm Lectures, where we make pharmacy simple. In today's lecture, we are going to look at the relationship between millimole and molecular weight, and how we can perform simple calculations concerning millimole and molecular weight. And at the end of this lecture, you'll be able to enter confidently in an examination room and be able to calculate any question concerning millimole and molecular weight. To those who are new to this channel, my name is Bamane Pharm, and I am a tutor. Without wasting time, pick up your calculator and a pen and be very attentive as we go through millimole and molecular weight. What is millimole? Before we know what millimole means, we need to understand what is a mole, for short MOL. A mole is simply the amount of a substance that contains 6.022 exponent 23 particles, sometimes what we call Avogadro's number. Just like we say, it contains this number of particles. Remember, when we say a dozen, we mean 12. The same applies when we talk about mole. But what is millimole? For short, small mol is a thousandth of a mole. A thousandth of a mole. When we say a thousandth of a mole, we simply mean millimole is equal to 1 out of 1,000 being multiplied by a mole. This is what we call millimole. And therefore, when we make a mole the subject of a formula, you realize that 1,000 millimole will be equal to 1 mole. Therefore, every time you hear the word millimole, what should come in your mind is 1,000th of a mole. For short, 1,000 millimoles is equal to 1 mole. But molar mass, or what we sometimes call molecular weight for short, MWT, simply means mass of a substance in 1 mole. Mass of a substance in 1 mole. That is grams per mole. So the unit for molecular weight or molar mass is grams per mole. For example, if we can look at the molecular weight of sodium chloride is 58.5 grams per mole, meaning we have 58.5 grams of sodium chloride in 1 mole. That's what this statement means. But since we have said from here that 1,000 millimole is equal to 1 mole, and we are also aware that molecular weight simply means mass of a substance per unit mole. Therefore, it is true that molecular weight in grams simply represents the mass of 1 mole or 1,000 millimoles of that particular substance. In summary, when we use sodium chloride as an example, 58.5 grams of sodium chloride contains 1,000 millimoles. Remember, we say that 58.5 grams of sodium chloride contain 1 mole. But from our calculation, we have seen that 1 mole is equivalent to 1,000 millimoles. That's why we are saying that 58.5 grams of sodium chloride contains 1,000 millimole. Let us look at a simple example. Convert 0.9 grams of sodium chloride to millimoles. The best way to perform this kind of calculation is one, to get the relationship between the two. We have been given molecular weight of sodium chloride as 58.5 grams per mole. And we also know that 1,000 millimoles is equivalent to 1 mole. From this, we can write from first principle based on what we have as what molecular weight, where we shall say that 58.5 grams of sodium chloride contains 1 mole. But remember, every time we say 1 mole, we mean 1,000 millimole, because 1 mole is equivalent to 1,000 millimoles. So instead of saying 1 mole, we can simply just say contains 1,000 millimole. Therefore, the 0.9 grams of sodium chloride of the liquid will contain 1,000 divided by 58.5 being multiplied by the 0.9 grams. This is grams, this is millimoles. You realize that the gram and the gram will cancel, and we shall remain with 15.38 millimoles of sodium chloride. That is how we simply convert mass to millimoles. Example 2. Convert 5 grams of potassium chloride to millimoles. The molecular weight of potassium chloride has been provided. This is now your assignment. Feel free to pause this video and you calculate it out. When you finish, don't hesitate, drop your answers in the comment section. I will be right by to comment on it to see whether you got it right. And don't forget to subscribe, like and share the channel to other groups so that we can promote the channel and also keep you updated with more simplified pharmacy lessons. And keep on for more new information. Let's meet in the next lecture. Thank you.